sense you get a weird introduction to.
Summary, actually.
Yeah, we just watched Conan the Barbarian the musical, which is a 2.5 minute ridiculous summary of Conan the Barbarian the movie, and it's funny actually, even though of course the movie is violent, but the fun thing for me is that within 2.5 minutes you get a summary of. Yeah, go ahead.
We aren't getting your audio.
Oh no, that's terrible. Let me fix that. Thank you for letting me know. Yep, it's switched. How about now? Any luck now?
Oh, I love it.
Caleb, Toby, do you hear anything now? So this is the one that's supposed to be the one that works.
Hey,
Hello.
you pretty good at Zoom?
No, I've never used Zoom before.
Mine's
My account is so small that during COVID we couldn't do Zoom because it was like half the kids in our school like couldn't even have internet, so we just straight up didn't have school for a year.
It sounds weird to say this, but I love that because that was an argument I was making about schools around that time because I come from a town like that. It's like, I wonder how they get
And
by.
we finally got like the teachers came together and we had like a drive-by where every Tuesday they would just give packets out. And it was more along the lines of turn them in every Tuesday, but they weren't getting graded. You didn't even have to do them. It was just something to give initiative, which is better than nothing.
Yeah.
But they weren't graded.
You guys hear us yet?
You know, I switched it to the one that I've learned is the right one for. That's this one here. Do you hear me? We heard the video when you played it. Okay, good.
Oh, do you need to go back in there and switch that share off? Is it only listening to that?
Maybe if you press share right there on that thing. 'Cause it had like a little play button next.
All right, let's see. I stopped the sharing. Do you hear me now?
I was thinking from the YouTube video. I don't think it's a problem that you're sharing your screen.
Huh. They broke it. Well, let me play that musical again just to see what happened.
So you think you know Wix, do you really? First up, we've got Shake.
So now, are you hearing the music from that? Of course, they won't hear me now.
Go to the other
Another
screen and see
day,
if they were
walking in circles, haunted by memories. I push on this wheel. I pray to Karma, grant me revenge, and help me to answer the riddle of steel. A shy little boy couldn't protect them, helpless and timid, as weak as a girl, which it might be. The dog saved my father, my mother beheaded, took my whole world. Come, where is the wizard who killed my mother? Still, I can recall his terrible game. at the two snakes facing each other. Climb, if you're my god, then show me the way. I'm on the pen, chopping up bodies, hacking and slicing, and look at me now. With loyal friends joining my party, each step I take, I'm fulfilling my vow. Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and
Oh, you know what I didn't do?
of the women, hear the lamentation of the women. Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women. Hear the lamentation of the women. Come, show me the wizard who killed my mother. True, I've never prayed to you before. Still, what would I give if you could help me see this through? And if you do not listen, then the hell with you. Come, where are the two snakes facing each other? Come, if you're my god, then show me the way. I swear this wizard will fall, cause this has begun, they murdered them all. I'm the last one, I issued the call, revenge for my mom, I pray for you, God. Crush your enemies, see them driven before you. And hear the lamentation of the women.
Okay, can you hear me in the classroom now? Or is that still missing?
You might want to close it down and run it up there.
Or I can try a different. So I have the mic on. Still unable to hear your audio. Well, let's try this one. How about now? I just switched the mic. Mute system. Any better? Yes, it is clear now, so you can hear the classroom? Can you answer?
Now you can't hear them. Oh no, they're all on mute.
They're all on mute, so.
Yeah, the audio's fine now.
Okay. Well, I'll stick to that then. But what I do want to do is read from a text. I do have, if you go to course content, last night I uploaded what I called course notes for lecture 25, and I'm going to click on the first link, which is to a text by Nietzsche. But let me explain. We're discussing moral arguments today, And the first thing I suppose I should explain is the difference between morality and ethics. Does that make sense? I'm not sure how many folks if you've had a basic intro to philosophy, you get the difference. Ethica is a Greek word that means character. And so ethics is essentially focused on your character, how an individual develops their character so that they are a good person. And so you have to decide, of course, what good is and what kind of character is a good person. The movie that I just, I'm in the video that I just shared is a comic take on Conan the Barbarian. But the point I love to point out in that short video is that the character of Conan is actually in some ways based on ancient Greek heroes. I think especially of Achilles. Achilles in Greek, that means no honor. Achilles has been dishonored by Agamemnon, which, if you look it up on Wikipedia, they have some other translation of it, but the way I read it, it means no gametes, which means he's dickless, or no balls, king no balls. So I think it's a Greek joke, actually, because he's not a hero at all. He's a ridiculous joke as a king. But in any case, they're attacking the Trojans. The main hero is Achilles. The one day they all capture prizes and bring the prizes back. And a priest comes running out from Troy complaining that the prize that Agamemnon took has upset the gods, and he's got to give her back. I mean, there's lots of fun things associated with that. The priest is the father of the girl. So the gods are upset with you. It's, their way of viewing what's the messages the gods give us. It's their feelings of what's wrong. And so Agamemnon doesn't want to upset the gods, so he gives the daughter back. And then he's upset because he has no prize. They mean a woman. And so Menelaus, his brother, who's the one who lost Helen to Paris in the first place, says, well, you're the king. You can take any prize you want. So, of course, the buffoon goes and takes Achilles' prize, which means that Achilles is no longer interested in fighting. I'm not going to fight anymore. I'm just going to sit here. And so the Greeks start to lose because he's the one that really is the big brute that kind of, scares everybody off, kills everybody. So they have to gradually get Achilles back into the fight, and it's a long, process. But basically, you see the point at that point where Agamemnon took his prize. Achilles becomes Achilles because he's now dishonored because Agamemnon took his prize. So Achilles becomes his name, roughly midpoint of the Iliad. In any case, what made Achilles their hero? Well, he was like a Conan. He could kill anybody he wanted. You don't confront Achilles because he's a big brute, and he'll. By the way, if you saw the movie, I think it was called Troy, where they had a character who was an actor who was very short. And they had him depicted as Achilles. It's totally wrong because Achilles would have been a much bigger brute by Greek standards. He was a giant of a person. His armor, for example, was so large that when Patroclus borrows his armor to at least try to scare the Trojans off, thinking that Achilles is back in the fight, but as they start to run away, run away! They look back and they realize this guy clunking around in this armor, that can't be Achilles. It's a joke. So they come back and of course kill Patroclus, which is the cousin of Achilles.
Well, in the movie they said that he's the cousin, but in a lot of the like old texts, it's supposed to be his close friend and comrade.
Well,
And-
yeah.
But I mean, I think it's more like everyone has different opinions on it. 'Cause it's like one of those things where you can't ever prove it because it happened so long ago. But I just think it's really funny. Like they write about it in the movie, they called him his cousin, but he's actually not his cousin at all.
I think there's something